We're going to go back to the phones right now. We're going to talk to Jackie. She's got oodles of IRS debt. Welcome to the Law Show, Jackie.
Hey, how are you?
Good. We're doing well. What can we do for you?
I still have IRS dunning me since 1986 from a Schedule C that they disallowed. And every year in the middle of there for one raggedy-ass thing or another.
Watch your language. Watch your language there, Jackie. I know that the IRS causes lots of emotional turmoil, but we gotta keep our language clear there, okay?
Okay, so my girlfriend in California is going through something similar as a result of a death, and she went to an attorney, and they said if you're indigent that you could actually file bankruptcy on IRS debt.
What do you think, John?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any income potential?
Yeah, my resume, but even when I get an interview and it's a great job, then they check my credit and all those IRS liens are on there, and they give me the Blue Cross package. Yes, you're hired, and they won't even return my call.
Can I ask you how much you do owe?
I don't know, probably over $100,000 now.
Okay, and you don't have any assets?
No, I've used everything I have trying to stay alive out here to get a job.
You know, I think what you need to do is you need to come and see us, and so we can kind of stop the bleeding and just totally evaluate your situation. And I know, this is what Richard touched on before. A lot of these tax resolution places don't do their homework. We need to totally analyze everything that you have going on, and then give you your best option. You might be the rare case where an offer in compromise might work. So, but like I said, For an offer in compromise to go through, the IRS has to deem that there's no way that they're going to collect the money.
Is that your experience, Richard?
They have me listed now as uncollectible is what they have me listed status-wise.
But they review the uncollectible status every year.
What do you say, Richard? You've been through this kind of thing before with people like Jackie. What do you have to add here?
Sure. Well, to get to the initial question, you asked about bankruptcy. Can old tax debts be eliminated in bankruptcy court? The answer is generally yes. Income tax debts that are over 3 years old can generally be discharged in bankruptcy. There are some exceptions to that. If, for instance, a person willfully attempted to evade or defeat the tax liability, then the tax cannot be discharged. Also, there are certain types of taxes that cannot be discharged. There's something called the trust fund recovery penalty that cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. I remember when I worked for the government, I actually worked on a couple of these cases in bankruptcy courts. So that's, and generally to answer your question, then yes, old income tax debts can generally be discharged. And then what John Cantoni was saying about an offer in compromise, there are occasions in which an offer in compromise will work, but then there's some difficulties with the procedure of the offer in compromise. But we can work with you, and that might be the best way to go. Or else there are, so long as the IRS as you listed is currently not collectible, so that means the IRS is not going to take any enforced collection activity against you for at least a year. So you have some options.
But I'd love to get a job, and then the minute I do, they're going to jump on it.
Sure. Hey, Jackie, listen.
Yeah?
We won't let that happen. All you got to do is call 866-66-LAWYER during regular business hours, and we'll have you in for no charge and sit down and talk with you and tell you what we can do, okay? And if it turns out that bankruptcy is your best bet, then you're going to be in the office of Justin Grove, who's one of the area's premier bankruptcy lawyers. He's getting things done in bankruptcy court I've never even heard of. He's a great lawyer, and he's one of the best with the Dailey Law Firm.